Speech 3, Rosalinda Dorsey is interviewing specialist Courtney. And I'm going to ask you a few questions about having anxiety.
Okay.
Have you ever experienced anxiety?
Yes, I have, Special Forces. I have. It was basic training. I'd go in the gas chamber and I had my mask on, and when they told us to, pull it up over your head to take in a breath of the gas, well, I did that, and then I put the mask back on. Then my breathing started getting heavier. I felt like I was, having claustrophobic, so I even added to it. And then I started freaking out. I was about to bolt out the door, but then I burped, and all that gas came out, and my breathing went back down. And it just, I wasn't sweating as much. After that, everything was fine. And
Okay.
Pretty much my first time.
Have you ever been diagnosed as having anxieties?
No, I have not.
So I take it you never been on medication?
Well, I was on medication back in the day when I was a kid. I used to be practiced. Other than that, no.
Okay. Well, I thank you for that information, and could we go to the next interview? Thank you. Bing, 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 bing. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
And what is your name?
Specialist Kemp.
Have you ever experienced having anxieties?
Well, I think everybody, experiences, anxiety and stuff like that, and nervousness, in different situations. And, a situation that, that just, popped straight into my mind. I went to military school when I was like 18 for 7 months or whatever. And then, the last, we had 4 days until graduation. Been there 7 months straight, didn't go home, nothing like that. Pretty much like boot camp for 7 months. And me and a bunch of friends, we was outside the chow hall or whatever, we was, playing around and stuff like that. We would learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or whatever, so we was always trying to choke each other out and stuff like that. And this one dude, I'll choke him out, whatever, outside the chow hall playing around, which we wasn't supposed to be doing. But I choked him out or whatever. And he was struggling at first, and then he just stopped. And then I was like, oh, I thought he just gave up, so I let him go. And then, I made him pass out. So he hit the ground and hit his head on some rocks on the ground and started having a seizure. So a bunch of people in my platoon or whatever, they started going inside. I tried to pick him up, and everybody tell me to keep him, keep him on the ground or whatever. And, he started, having a seizure, he was bleeding from his head or whatever because he hit a rock when he dropped to the ground. And we took him to the nurse or whatever, and I tried to be like a hero and stuff like that. And I told him, I did it. You feel me? Wasn't nobody gonna tell on me or whatever. I just told him I did it or whatever. And then that whole day, I was like, man, what they gonna do to me, man? I don't know what they're about to do to me, man. And later that day, we was getting ribbons on our little uniforms that we was gonna wear for graduation. And then one of my NCOs, he told me to come upstairs or whatever. And he was like, I'm sorry, you gotta pack your stuff. You gotta go home. And then I started crying because I was like, man, I've been here 7 months, man, basic training, for 7 months with the same dude, same faces every day. And then I didn't even really mean to make him pass out, and I apologized to him. He took the apology or whatever. But I had to go home, so I started crying or whatever. And the little uniform they wore every day, he was like, I was about to pack that and stuff like that, but you can't take that home unless you graduate. So yeah, I let that, I left it and stuff like that. And, I was pretty sad. My family had to come get me early or whatever. Didn't really get to graduate. So that's probably one of my, biggest anxiety times.
So how do you feel about the situation now since you're active duty?
I mean, well, going to that place really just, molded me and got me able to be and do the things that I need to do in the military. So it was a really good experience that I think really helped me in life.
But thank you for that interview.
No problem.
Sarge, have you ever experienced anxiety attacks?
I have chest pains. They said it's caused by anxiety. That's what the doctor told me at the VA, but that's about that.
Do you know what causes that?
I don't know. I just started having these pains, and they hook me up to the machine. That say it's anxiety. I guess getting excited about something, I would say.
Oh, okay. So you never been on medication or anything like that?
I have some medication for anxiety. I do. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay. So by being medicated, it keeps you calm.
Yeah, it's supposed to, but when you don't take the pill, then it could happen. In my anxiety, I just get bad chest pains. Sometimes I got pulled on the side of the road because it hurts so bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, today's starting stuff for y'all, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I thank you for that information. And I need somebody to take the camera and get me.
Oh, you do you?
I'm sorry, you hear us in the background.
Yeah, there is a view out there.
Well, that's the end of speech 3, and I want to thank everybody, and have a blessed day. Bye.
Let's see. That's open at 4:30.
That was good.
Do you guys do this for class?